Good afternoon, Shopcat Industries here. Welcome back. Thanks for stopping by. Right back here behind me, wee beastie is living outside for a little bit because we've got something kind of different in the shop right now, and there's just no space for the Jeep in here. I got to head off to work right away, so won't be starting on this just quite yet. But in the shop we have, boom, 2012 Ram 3500. It belongs to a friend of mine, and just needs some attention to the heat, and we think it needs ball joints and the passenger side wheel bearing, and have a look at the brakes and change the fuel filter while it's here. So when I get home from work, we'll get started. Behind me, we have an enormous Ram 3500 HD. It's much bigger than what I normally would deal with. But today, we're going to be looking at the HVAC. She's got no heat. My buddy's wife, unfortunately, she has MS. And so, you know, what an awful thing. But when he loads her up in here, like I guess her legs are pretty stiff. And so she kind of kicks the heck out of the connector for the blower motor. So he said it stopped working. He kind of messed with it, got it working again off and on, and now it's quit entirely. So we may have to put a new pigtail in. I'm going to take a look, and then I think what I want to do is to try and fashion some kind of guard for it so that, you know, it doesn't get kicked anymore and it can reliably work. And, you know, God willing, she'll, I don't know, maybe they'll find a cure or something. It's awful. Yeah, let's have a look here. I have a funny feeling it's not the pigtail, but it's kind of the housing where the pigtail connects to the motor, so that's going to require some further digging into. Pulled the blower motor out, and basically the issue lies in this unit here. It's quite loose, and it makes intermittent contact. So, is that something I can fix? I'm not too sure, but I'm gonna try. A couple screws here. What happens when I pull them out? Kind of what I hoped. Got the motor out. And that's where it looks like bad news after that. This is a pretty solid unit. Shoot. Yeah. I think I'm pricing out a blower motor. Darn it. Well, I got some good news today on the big Ram here. Still waiting for my parts from Rock Auto. DHL's really dropped the ball on me here. They were supposed to come yesterday, and they passed it off to a third party, and who knows where they are. I see I got one box here. I don't know what's in it. But the really good news is that my friend who owns this now is not going to need it before Christmas. And so that buys me some time to get parts here, and it means we're going to be doing some more work. So we're now going to be doing the U-joints. I've ordered the parts for the brakes, so the caliper. I had picked up some pads from Parts King, and big thanks to my coworker and friend Derek, big supporter of the channel too, for picking those up on his way into work yesterday. Let's see, going to take care of the axle seals, which is a pretty big job. Got to take out the whole crown gear, and so then we're going to need a gasket for the diff cover, and we're going to need oil and all this kind of good stuff, and we're going to service the transmission. Going to take a look as well at the blend doors for the HVAC. He thinks there might be a problem there. So, I don't know if this thing's ever going to leave here. Let's see what Rock Auto sent us today. I really wonder where the rest of my stuff is. It's funny they weren't together. Looks like it's just one thing, and I believe, yeah, it's our new blower motor. So that's something I can do while I'm waiting for the other parts. What do we get today? No, yes. Bit of a favorite of mine, an AMC Eagle. I actually used to have an 82 Eagle SX4, like the little two-door hatchback with the spoiler, and it was brown, and oh man, it was ugly, but four-wheel drive was pretty fun. Since we're unboxing parts, this came a while ago, and I haven't been able to get the vehicle in question into the shop. But the Ford Flex occasionally has an issue with its signal, so, whoa, it was stuck right in the bottom. RX-7, nice. I guess it's not a signal lever, it's a multi-function control or whatever you want to call it, but same brand as the one I put on the Patriot. Also easy to change. Ooh, looks okay. If I ever get that thing in here, we'll put that in. But for now, that's going to go on the waiting shelf. Never a dull moment here at Shopcat Industries. So I got a new blower motor here from Rock Auto, but we don't want to keep changing these. They're not that much money, but like, let's not keep changing them. So I've got some old scrap aluminum here from, it's probably from Home Depot, I don't know. It's laying around. And so I'm going to just whip up a little bit of a guard here that will protect that, and hopefully we don't have any more problems. So step one is going to be to drill a hole to go around this boss here. So we're going to go get my step drill and take care of that. Oh, Ryobi. Come on, baby. That's the last step we need. 1 1/4. Come on. You can do it. Ah! Ah! Oh my goodness. Okay. Woo. That fits quite nicely. I'm gonna go tidy this up. I have to mark notches for the bolt holes. Because this is a little bit narrow, actually, for holes to go through. Come on, sit still. There. And right there. Okay, I'm gonna go cut those notches out. Okay, let's test fit this guard. I may need longer bolts. I'm almost certain of it, in fact. I almost don't want to take both of these out at once, but I don't really have a choice. Actually, there's a bit of a boss on there that I should kind of clearance, I guess. I don't think this is going to work. Okay. So, I have to clearance around these bosses here. So first things first, you can see I've had to use a larger washer, and because of the thickness of the washer, the original screws, which are an M4 by 10, are not long enough. So I got some bolts that are an M4 by 12, and then that just makes up, still have to use a 4mm washer on there. And then these are like, I don't know, some kind of fender washer that I had laying around. So they kind of just work. Again, the difficulty here is that I can't put the guard on and then connect the wiring. It just isn't space. So I have to connect the wiring after I bolt this in, and then bolt this on after, but that's also what holds the motor in place. So I have to be just really careful not to move the motor once it's up in place, or this could get really difficult. Stay there. It's not the most complicated thing to install. Oh yeah, that back one's maybe not gonna. No, we might get away with it. Yeah. Oh. There we go. Okay. And there we are. Okay, let's test it. It is working. He's right though, it doesn't seem like the blend doors are doing much. At least it's defrosting. So, now we got to put that little guard on. Do that. To remove the screw very carefully. Hold on. Nope. Okay, so that one started. So hopefully then we can get this one started. Yeah, I think that it started. Okay. Gentle, like I said, this is like 3. There, awesome. That is totally protected now. Woohoo! Job done.
I'm going back to the place I ran from. Palm trees, broken roads, desert